Good evening. The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades, and this country is not alone. All over the world, we're seeing the devastating impact of this invisible killer. And so tonight, I want to update you on the latest steps we're taking to fight the disease and what you can do to help. From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
A year on, we're going to look at how hospitality has coped after 1 in 5 workers have been let go, eat out to help out schemes, and the cost of living increasing. What does the hospitality sector currently look like, officially a year after COVID?
There's just so much hype about it all. I think mine and my family's reaction was to just kind of stay calm and wait until more came out about it. So we were almost just like, God, this can't be real, surely. With regards to work, I had no idea how big the knock-on effect would be.
Seven Stars is a popular pub located on Shipman Street, Brighton. They have allowed us to speak to them about how their business is coping after the pandemic. It has been stated that trade is no longer reliable, and with the cost of living, some venues may struggle, but for Seven Stars, they seem to be thriving. To be a successful bar in Brighton.
Oh God, I wasn't expecting those kind of questions. What does it take? Good question. I think location is key, and I guess your demographic or who you are, what kind of crowd you're trying to get in, that plays a big factor. In Brighton, I mean, there's 2 big companies. There's Lanes and there's Indigo. This is Indigo. I know there's a few independent ones. I think having a good team in place is massive, plays such a massive part, because I know it sounds a bit cliche, but you want good customer service, don't you? I came in at the start of August. Have I seen a change in the demographic since being here? A little bit, but I haven't been here a year, so it's quite hard to gauge. I think with university terms, that's different. I also think, looking at figures, that weekends for us, we've become a bit more of a party pub, so we're a younger demographic than I think maybe before I was here. But with COVID, again, very difficult to kind of answer, because I don't think, I'm not 100% sure of what the demographic was here before I took over. But I think it's changed more so because of the team that are in place currently now and the vibe of the pub. There's a switch in the night from maybe a family orientated older crowd, then the DJ comes and there's more of a younger, late 20s vibe.
Across most Indigo venues, DJs play Friday and Saturday night. Maz here works most weekends at Seven Stars, playing old school funk and throwback tunes.
Yeah, the no and low thing was the no alcohol and low alcohol is what I mean by that, was on the rise anyway. And I remember when I was managing my old pub that we were getting emails through of alternatives and different options. So that's great. And I actually do see a rise in that. Binge drinking has just always been such a huge part of our society. So unfortunately, that is very much still the same. Has it increased? I'd say it almost has a little bit, because people are raring to get out in big crowds and see their mates and go pretty hard, and that's evident here pretty much every weekend. Mad busy Saturday night as well, where I think we do have a little bit of a name for ourselves, where it is a good place to go on a Saturday night, which is so great, and you can feel that, and it's always a good buzz. To then on a Sunday where you do have families coming in, and you hear, I've been in other places and they're like, oh, Seven Stars, yeah, it's a good roast there and great vegan options, and it's lovely that that's the kind of word out on the street. But then when you're kind of flipping between, all you've got is a few hours between the end of Saturday night and the beginning of Sunday service. I mean, the Saturday saves the pub. We can be so quiet during the weekday. And then the Saturday has just doubled the weekly take. And it's a godsend. It's such a saving grace because otherwise it wouldn't do so well. So, I mean, Saturdays are good fun. Yeah. It can be stressful, but can be, you know, great.
Wait, lay the box. And then ready, 3, 2, 1.